We don't know that. Hello and welcome to Freedom March. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Levin Miller, and we're coming to you live today from the Curies Resort here in Cat Island. It is, at this rate, I'm never coming back. I can't think about anything I want to come back for. I'm just going to tell them to put my two children in the suitcase and send them to me, because what would I be coming back to do? There's absolutely no way I could leave this. And so the other people have asked or have said, you should be here. I want to ask the question, why you in here? That is the question I want to ask. Anyway, we've been coming to you live all week from Cat Island, but you're listening to us on channel 103.5 The Beat, channel 224, that's on cable, channel 112, that's on Flow, and of course on ILTV Studios over on Facebook. And we've been doing this little thing. The Cat Island Regatta is happening. It starts this evening. And there's going to be a gospel segment. One of my absolute favorite gospel artists is going to be here. And I have said publicly, and I will say now. So somebody tell D-Mac, somebody tell Bloody, someone tell the Pawn Band, someone tell Ira, someone tell Gino, someone tell Funky. Turn on their radio, because I want them to hear this announcement right now. Today in Cat Island, we are going to have the best Bahamian male performer kick off the gospel concert here in Cat Island at the Regatta site. He's none other than the nation's singing bishop and prophet, Lawrence Roll, and he's going to join us at some point on this show. I'm so happy to have him. We're here at the new, believe it or not, Curies Resort. It is, I'm almost, my breath is, I can't exactly explain what it is that I'm trying to explain when I talk about the places that we've been. So far, we've gone north as far as Orange Creek, and that lands us almost in Eleuthera. And then we've gone south as far as Devil's Point, and that should put me almost in Long Island. I've taken with me Bradley Roll, who is the spiritual advisor, and we have climbed the hills, we've crawled down into the valleys, we've walked to the beaches, and soon directly, we're going to climb on Elbert. And you'll get a chance to see it all. But don't go anywhere, I hear the jingle. I'm Levin Miller, this is Freedom March. We're on 103.5 The Beat FM. We're on channel 224. We're in Cat Island at Curies. So we'll be right back after this break. Hello and welcome back to Freedom March. Thank you so much for staying with us through the break. I'm Levan Miller. Bradley Roll, the spiritual advisor, believe it or not, he is still here with me. We are still here in Cat Island, and we've been moving to and fro. So if you've seen the Freedom March team, we met a couple of people out last night who was very excited about seeing us, and we are very excited about seeing you. So wherever you see us, please stop us, hail us, talk to us. Very excited to be here to talk to you. Bradley Roll, the spiritual advisor, with me in in Cat Island. Why did I say Freeport? I wanted to say Free Cat Island.
The port is on your mind.
In Cat Island. Bishop say Cat Island. And we've been down here. I want to say this, though, before I go to the spiritual advisor. Kimsley Ferguson, man, listen. I just trying to come to Cat Island and have a week full of wonderful shows and show the people the wonderfulness that Cat Island has to offer. I want to show them Curly New Hotel, which is magnificent. I want to show them Ezra Hotel, which is fantastic. I want to show them the Rollers Hotel, which is breathtaking. But you really have to be trying to get me to answer you, because I can't understand what the BPSU protesting by the office of the Prime Minister for. Kimsley Ferguson, you from Auckland. All Auckland's people smart. There's no such thing as an unsmart Auckland's person. I need you to act like it a little bit, all right? Because you lead these people down there to protest. I ain't hear the government give the BPSU one thing to protest for, yet the government said they wanted to turn the salary into twice a month. You tell the people, tell the government no. No one has justified why. The government say they want to give the people more money. You tell the people, tell the government no. I ain't seen none of the people get the money back. I know it's that much. Right? And I tell you people in the BPSU, but not just in the BPSU, in unions everywhere, because I remember when Nicole Martin did this in the hotel union. I remember when Nicole Martin told the people by KFC to rule. And I remember when George Myers closed down the whole of KFC, and in 3 weeks, y'all was on your belly in the parking lot, crawling towards the door, hoping to God George will give all your job back. Stop listening to some of these union people. Sometimes, you know, their salary don't change, right? You know they're going to carry home the $80,000. You know that no matter what happens, the dues will be paid. And as long as the dues be paid, these people will get a salary. And I'm not saying that I'm a union buster. I'm saying that I want unions to make some sense. And I don't know if the BPSU is making sense right now with this protest, because I'm sure what exactly they protesting about. I mean, the BPSU, I won't join the public service so bad, because the BPSU has had the best time I've ever heard of. Increases in salary. There's a promotion every 2 weeks around there. It almost look like I'm getting tired of watching Pia hand out more promotion. Every time I turn on the news, promotion, promotion, promotion. I feel like they're running out of people to promote. As a matter of fact, they had a promotion the other day by the immigration department. The only person who ain't get promoted was the janitor. But this BPSU still could talk foolishness in my head in all this good God breeze blowing on this hill about long-standing issue. Kimsley, rest that down. Stop telling people to do stupid things like protest the bi-weekly pay, because it make a whole lot more sense to get paid every 2 weeks. Stop telling people stupid things like be mad that the government raising their salary. And y'all BPSU people, you know, demand more from leadership. If this man says something to you that sounds a little off, don't listen to him. That's what to do. Anyway, spiritual advisor here. We're in Cat Island. Spiritual advisor, welcome to Freedom March.
So
I just wanted to cut out Kinsley for a little bit.
Yeah.
He from Auckland.
Very interesting person to say the least, you know.
I don't know what that means. He from Auckland. But I think Kinsley's being disingenuous. And I don't like it. And I want him to stop it. Because I think that this has to be the best time in the BPSU history that I could recall in my life's history. Anyway, but tell us what does Holy Scripture have to say to us today.
Well, today, I mean, as we continue to look at Cat Island, we're on a very lovely site this afternoon, no doubt. And but just in case you might be thinking to yourself that there is no God, I need you to come to Cat Island.
Wow.
I need you to ask for a place called Curies.
Wow.
Which is in the
North.
north.
Yeah.
And it's a settlement called.
We are in Bennett Harbor.
Bennett Harbor.
Mm-hmm.
Ask the Curly's, ask them to show you where Curly's is, and then ask them to take you to the back near the waterfront.
Yeah.
And just take a look. And I can guarantee you that you'll be convinced. You'll be convinced that there has to be a God. And so the Bible says that only a fool says in his heart.
Only a fool says that.
Because what I've been saying so far in Cat Island has really been breathtaking and mesmerizing.
Indeed.
No doubt, as we look at nature, and we're on a beach that is absolutely stunning. I did send some photos too. So, there's a passage today I want to look at so that men who do believe that there's no God won't have any excuse. And that passage is found in the book of Romans chapter 1 and verse number 20. And here's what it says. I don't know if the producer has it up for you to see, but let me just read it quickly. It says, "For since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, his eternal power, and divine nature have been clearly seen, being understood from what has been made, so that people are without excuse." Let me just repeat that again. Romans chapter 1, verse number 20. I sent the producer some photos of the backdrop where we had Curly's. It's a beautiful, beautiful view of a beautiful beach. And Romans 1, verse number 20 says, "For since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, his eternal power and divine nature have been clearly seen and understood from what has been made, so that people are without excuse."
Yes.
If you think in your heart there's no God, you need to come to Cat Island.
Yeah.
And ask them to bring you down to Curly's.
Oh, absolutely.
Which is in the north, and the settlement called
Bennett Harbor.
Bennett Harbor?
Bennett Harbor.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Let them take you to the back.
Yeah.
And just look at the overview of the ocean and this beautiful white, sandy, powdery, beautiful beach. And I can tell you, you will be convinced that there has to be a God somewhere. Because I don't think this is any mistake here. Ain't no Big Bang did this.
Yeah.
Somebody greater than you and I.
And the question is this, spiritual advisor. This is the question I always have for the people with the Big Bang theory, right? Sure, maybe the explosion blast this beach here, right? Maybe it is possible that somehow the big boom caused the liquid turned into the ocean, the particles of the fragments turned into the land, right? Here's the question I have for all of those Big Bang theorists. Who draw the line? I could preach this as a sermon one day.
That's deep.
Who drew the line? Because what I don't understand, right? We've been to every beach on this island, from Orange Creek in the north to Devil's Point in the south. That's correct?
Yeah, we've been there. It's
Took you to
beautiful.
Greenwood today. Took you on Devil's Point Beach, the last beach in the south, eastern corridor of the island. We've been at the beach at Fountain Bay.
Right.
We've been at the beach at Roles.
Oh.
Each one of those beaches have an entirely
Shares
different
own
topography.
quality. Yes.
Here's what is interesting. All of them have one similarity, though. And the similarity, spiritual advisor, is at some point, if you are at Fountain Bay, the water is all green and it's very shallow water. You might say, well, there didn't need to be a line because that water is very calm. But you get at Roles, the water is a little deeper, but there's a line. You come to Curly's, the water is a little deeper here, but there's a line. You go at the Greenwood, where there is ocean. You could see the blue water. You know that that's an ocean. But somehow,
There's a line.
who draw the line in the sand?
It was no accident.
I could preach this as a sermon. Who draw the line in the sand? And so for all the people with the Big Bang theory, I don't listen to them. I believe they eat pork chop in the nighttime like Lyle Battle. Right? I believe they eat pork chop in the nighttime like what the boy named from Northern Lutra. Sylvanus Petty. And when you eat pork chop late in the nighttime, sometimes
you could come back and become prime minister in 2026.
Or you could have colic. And so you've got to come check this out. I mean, I don't know if you are home, if you're sitting at home, right? Let me tell you, if you're sitting at home, you have one slack $300 in your pocket, just on one of those ferry boats and come. Cat Island people ain't gonna sleep outside. Just come, right? If you ain't got no car, don't worry. But if you got one car, put your car on the boat, pay the $600, and you come. Because when you get here,
600.
Yeah, that's for you on the car. How much you want to pay?
Oh. You normally pay about $180 to $200 for a car.
Not if you bring the car.
No, I'm saying the car is about
$200.
$200.
Car's
The price went up.
Disregard the time.
Wow. That is expensive.
You know the spiritual advisor.
We got to work on that, man.
The spiritual advisor is actually anti-money spending.
No,
learned that about him.
No. You know, I was just speaking with the Minister of National Security, right? We were talking about trying to drive business to properties like this. And the way you do it is you have to make it affordable for people to come.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's going to drive it. But boy, I tell you, it's just amazing how we don't drive it properly and we get issues because we don't have the people to drive the economy.
But I will say this. Every property on this island this week, I suspect, will be at capacity. And that's what I told you over at Fountain Bay the other day.
I'm waiting, man.
Every
It's
property
Thursday.
on this island.
How many more days I got to wait?
Let not your heart be troubled, spiritual advisor, neither let it be afraid. If you believe in God, believe also in me. For if it were not so, I would tell you.
Okay. Your experience has led you to that.
If it were not so, I would tell you. And I believe that at 5 o'clock in the morning, when the mailboats start to roll into here, you will begin to see.
People, come in.
Cat Island will be, the English word is teeming, Teeming, with jovial people, full of life, and full of vivification, ready to frolic.
So they come by boat?
They come in by plane.
They come by plane?
They come in wheelchair.
Really?
And walking with cane.
That's interesting.
That is what will be happening this weekend here at the Cat Island Regatta. So if you ain't here, I know where you is. And I tell you, I don't care nothing but the people who have the slogan, you should be here. They can keep that slogan. My slogan is, why you ain't here? What, Mr. Responsible Person, you all zoom this camera in on me. Mr. Responsible Person, what in Nassau you could be doing this week that you had to miss Cat Island? That sound like that did make sense to you? Say it slow. Say slowly to yourself, I'm missing Cat Island this weekend. See how that don't make sense when you say it? It don't make sense. But there's still hope for you. Just get on one of them mailboats. They ain't leaving until 9 o'clock tonight anyway. You get on one of them. And by God and a big right hand, you will be here in Cat Island with us tomorrow. The singing bishop is anticipated to perform tonight.
Okay.
The gospel concert will be happening tonight. A special shout out to my friends at the Ministry of Tourism. I want to say an extra special shout out to Bernadette Bastiando, who has been the nuts and the bolts and has kept this engine running smoothly for us over the last couple of days. Yeah?
Okay.
I tell them, I have to confess it, if I am having tea with the king and Bernadette Bastian call me, I have to lean over and I have to say, Your Majesty, please pardon this Negro, because I must take this call from Bernadette. That is what I'll have to say. Because I from the inner city, spiritual advisor. And when people are nice to me, I adopt them. And so she can't be nice to nobody else because she's my Bernadette now. You see how
I've heard some people say that they think you may have grown up someplace off Mini Street somewhere.
I grew up Mini Street in Cordova Avenue.
Oh.
Yeah, I from the heart of the inner city.
Okay.
Right where the blood pumps.
Okay.
And just like inner city pot cake, if you feed them, they just come and live in your yard and adopt your yard. You ain't got to adopt the pot cake, the pot cake just got to adopt your yard. I am similar. And so, Bernadette, you got problems with me, honey. You cannot leave me now. I need you to survive. And so, every time she calls me, I could be on the phone with King Abidallah. You know who that is?
King Abidallah. No.
I don't know who he is either, but I know my grandma used to always say, if I think I is King Abidallah, and I have no clue who King Abidallah is, but I know one thing.
A figment of your grandma's imagination.
If I on the phone with King Abidallah, and Bernadette called me, I can say, King Abidallah, hang up my phone quickly, because I have to take this call from Bernadette, who is the reason we are here in Cat Island this weekend, and who has done a phenomenal job. Of course, let me also send a shout out to Tamika Fowler from back office at ILTV Studios.
Yes,
who has also done
a wonderful job.
A tremendous job at getting us here. It takes a lot
to go through
to bring the studio on location.
Absolutely.
Right? And we've tried our very best. But Cat Island. So, spiritual advisor, you've been north, you've been south. Tell me, what do you think about Cat Island in this last 2 minutes before we go to break?
It's been an experience,
The
actually.
cat, no, hold on. The
Oh,
spiritual
we saw
advisor.
some cats, and it was in
Tree.
two one time.
Yeah, we
remember?
saw two one
I was
time
like,
yesterday
wow,
and
it's
one this
amazing.
morning.
Yeah.
We summons them.
I don't know what happened, but that was so strange. We just traveled along the road, and all of a sudden,
Two cats chasing one another.
bam!
Yeah.
But I was trying to tell you not to hit one.
Don't worry about that.
But
It's
you
a cat.
said- yeah.
If I could hit this cat, something wrong with this cat. It is a cat. If this cat let the car knock him, something ain't right with this cat. That's what I was trying to tell you. But notwithstanding that, we see two cats. Tell the people.
But Cat Island is lovely. We still got a ways to go. We see the government is trying to, make some improvements with infrastructure, road paving, water supply. I did get a chance to witness for the first time, because I've heard Cat Islanders talk about this water truck that is used by water and sewage to make sure that people's water tanks are filled. I've seen that.
With good, internationally standardized potable water.
And we're hoping that could soon change, because this is 2025.
Yeah.
And we need to have running water directly present to people's homes.
Tell the people about the fire hydrant you saw, man.
No, I didn't know if it was decoration or what, but
Man, this spiritual advisor is an unsafe man.
yeah. So
oh boy,
I didn't see it. Honestly, I didn't.
the fire hydrant I show you by Rollers exit.
Yeah, but by the time I think we'd passed it. What color is it? The brown thing on the side of the road?
All fire hydrants be 120. This, y'all pray my strength in the Lord for the spiritual advisor, right? So anyway, we're here. We're at Curies Resort. It's
beautiful.
It's
beautiful.
new. We Negroes are quite fond of new
It's
things.
breathtaking.
Come see it because it's new, and it's a wonderful beach here in Bennett's Harbor, Cat Island. I think I hear the jingle. Is the jingle link? Is that the jingle? Okay, so I'm looking forward to talking to the singing bishop. We've got a special guest that's going to join us at some point on the segment, and then of course we're going to talk to Curly's Resort operations person, and they're going to tell us why Curly's and why you need to be here. And I know they might be giving away nice things, right? Since all our other friends gave away nice things, but listen, tell your friends, cut off the foolishness they listening to, because that's foolishness. Come this way and listen to us, because we giving away nice things. So far, I got to stay for two people over by Fountain Bay. I got to stay for another couple over by Rollers. And who knows what we may get from Curly's here today on the show. So don't go anywhere, and call your friends and tell them. 103.5 the Beat FM. Freedom March is on. Lever Miller is here. Spiritual Advisor is with me. We'll be back after the break. Hello, welcome back to Freedom March. I'm Levin Miller. Praise the Lord. I get rid of the spiritual advisor because when the spiritual advisor goes missing, I mean, the guests are so, I mean, look at my guests, right? Daniel McDonald, project manager, operations manager here at the Curies Beach Resort in Kid Island. And the daughter of, she said this with explicit expression, and the daughter of Mr. Curly McDonald. So I don't know. That's like LLB, MBA, Esquire, right? But she's joining me here live today on Freedom March. Daniel McDonald, welcome to Freedom March.
Thank you for having me. A pleasant good afternoon, Bahamas.
So listen, y'all gonna have to adopt me because I need to be able to come back here as often as possible.
But hey, no one's stopping you. Open door.
Wow. I would like to become a McDonald adjacent. So like, because I can't not be a Miller, right? So I have to be like Levin Miller McDonald adjacent. Do you think you can work it out for me?
Banataba, the home of the McDonald's. Come on,
So,
on down.
How long has this thing been up and running now?
So we've had our grand opening on Friday, June 4th of this year, with a soft launch in May of 2025. But this property was formerly known as Sammy T's. Some natives as well as people who frequented Bennett Harbor may be familiar with it. And so part of carrying on and honoring that legacy of my dad's old dear friend who passed away, Sammy T's, as this was closed down for the past 10 years. And so for about a year now, we've built it up and created it into this 7 beachfront property with villas, and yeah, it's been 3 months now.
Yeah, it is fantastic.
Yes.
And I'll tell you what's interesting. I've been coming to Kid Island since 2007, and you get north of Bennett Harbor Curve. You know the infamous Bennett Harbor Curve.
Yes.
There's really nothing to see again until you get out of townish, maybe, where you start to see colorful buildings and that sort of stuff, right? But Curly's Beach Resort has changed the topography, right?
Yes.
You cannot, and my English teacher would curse me out for saying this, you cannot not see it.
Well, make no mistake, Cat Island is full of hidden treasures. It is
Indeed.
a beautiful island.
Yeah.
But Curly's really does bring out the flavor and flair of Bahamian culture and just the cuisine, as well as the authenticity that we have to both the natives here as well as the tourists.
Now, I want to tell you something. My name is Levin Miller. I want to say this, that I want to confess this out loud. I have a theory.
Okay, let's hear it.
My theory is I don't like when a family has 2 sisters, right, that look alike. Because although they look alike, one does be ugly. You believe my theory?
If I were to use my family in place of that theory, I wouldn't think that theory
But
is
you
true.
got, how many sisters you got?
I have 2 sisters.
See, that's so y'all theory, so y'all don't fit the theory. I don't like when
I have
families.
2 sisters and 1 brother.
I don't
My
like
dad
when
is working.
families have 2 sisters because although they look alike, one ugly. You don't believe me? You never see 2 sisters that look exactly alike, but one of them look a little off.
You know, everyone is fairly wonderfully made.
Oh boy.
Truly,
Oh boy.
truly.
Oh boy.
And under this Cat Island sun and in front of this Bennett Harbor beachfront
No wonder you're the
property,
operations manager here. You are fantastic.
everyone's beautiful in
The
front of this
thing I
view.
want to know,
Yes,
is the people that know and love Curly's in Nassau, right? They can come to Kid Island and they can say, nah, Curly's here in Kid Island too. I wonder if they could do it like how they just do it in Nassau.
Hey, our slogan for Curly's Groups Limited is where we do's it like that. So you have that down home feeling, that authentic Bahamian
Man,
culture.
give me the slogan one more time. Say the slogan one more time.
It's Curly's where we do's it like that.
We do it like that.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
My daddy used to throw himself all the way back when he
Yeah.
said, we do's it like that.
It did. So, how do you get here? In order to get to Curly's Beach Resort, I'm a boy from Angliston.
Okay.
But who knows? Maybe I catch the bass in the 4-ball this weekend for $1 box and $1 screen, right?
Yeah. So
How do I get to Kid Island? And how
rush
do I
on
get
down to the airport in Nassau or wherever you're coming from, and you'll hop on a Western Air flight, and you'll arrive at the New Bight Airport here in Cat Island. And from there, it's about a 45-minute drive. It's one route. Queens Highway. You can't,
You can't mess that up.
You can't miss it. Just head north.
Yeah.
No side corners. Head north on the main road.
Right.
And when you reach the Bennett's Harbor Settlement, then you will see the big white wall with the curly sign there, as well as the tall picture spot.
Yeah.
And you can't miss it. It's a beautiful elevated property right off the main road.
Okay.
And yeah, we have taxi services as well as add-on packages, including rental cars and what's not. So it's hard to beat. And don't miss it. Regatta weekend already start.
Yeah. So you all kind of Chevrolet, my granddaddy would say. My granddaddy said you all kind of Chevrolet.
Yeah,
you all
yeah.
got to come the week after Regatta. But don't worry about that.
But don't worry, we'll be right here.
And because it's still going to be very affordable then, what does staying at the Curly's Resort cost to a boy from Angleton like me who may have caught Sabas in the 4-ball this weekend?
Yeah, so our rates change based on the market as well as just the prices in general. But right now, for Regatta Weekend, we have the rate set at $295 a night for a 1-bedroom villa. And for the 2-bedroom villas, we have $450 a night.
Okay.
Yes.
That sounds very, very reasonable. And it have air conditioning.
AC in every single one.
I want to tell you about my next theory.
What's your next theory?
If your house don't have air conditioning in it, you must be living in a crab pen. Because only crab don't need air conditioning. I need air conditioning. Please cut on the air conditioning. This is a true story, right?
Okay.
I went to someone's house, and I went as a guest. And I never like being a guest because, house have house rules. And they tell me something about they only just cut on the air conditioning from 7 o'clock in the night until 5 o'clock in the morning. I stayed there one day. I said, please kindly take me to the
hotel.
Speed me to the hotel because I don't be hot at 7 p.m. I just be hot at 4 p.m. I just be hot at 3 p.m. I just be hot at 2 p.m. I just be hot, so you'll have air conditioning.
Yeah, but even if not, you see how you sitting here?
Yeah.
You're not glowing, you're not sweating, you're not sprinkling. You see that?
Yeah.
You see that? You feel that beautiful breeze running through this property?
But that's only because I done use all of my chakra to sit here. I using all of my chakra to sit here. The breeze is fantastic, though. This breeze has not stopped since we've gotten here. Just looking at the ocean is wonderful. My producer's going to take us off camera at some point and get us to this pond view out here at the Curly's Beach Resort. This is about 1.5 miles of beach.
Yes, about so. Yeah.
About 1.5 miles of powdery white sand. I mean, just wonderful crystal clear water.
Shallow water.
You could just be in it all day. You get here, the service is pretty decent. Here's the next thing I like with y'all. You know what else I like with y'all?
Everything.
Y'all have a full stock bar.
Yes, we do. A bar and a restaurant.
I say this look like an Anglican bar. Oh, the only Anglicans could do this like this. That's what I said when I saw it. But it is plush. All of the amenities are here.
Yes.
So, people go places. You think about Family Island restaurants. I've been going to Family Islands long enough to know that you have to develop what I call a horish pilot to enjoy Family Island life, right? So what you really like to drink is Gordon's and lemonade. But you might get to the Family Island and find out they only have Giddens. Well, when you close your eye tight enough and swirl it around on the ice a couple of times, guess what it tastes like to me?
What it tastes
Gordon's.
like? Oh, gee. Well, good thing here at
Yeah.
Curly's, we live by part of this mantra saying where paradise meets luxury.
Indeed.
So we have that island charm, that flair, that whether you want to feel like you're excluded or whether you want to feel like you're on, you really are ingrained in the Bahamian soil.
Yeah.
We have all of the options for you, Bahamian, top shelf, all of that options for you.
Yeah. And so you said the room rates are
$295 for 1 bedroom and $450 for 2 bedroom. Yes.
You also have add-on packages, so you could get a car if you'd like.
Yes.
If not, you could take a taxi because you may want to sneak here.
Yeah. Well, see, when you go to curlysbeachresort.com, all of that information should be there. And if not, all of our representatives are available as well, too. If you have any questions about your stay.
Now, I might not be high speed. I may be super low speed, right? If I can't use...
So not techie.
If I can't use the Wi-Fi, like the old people say, right?
All right.
If I can't use the Wi-Fi, what my other options are?
You can call us on our line. We have a line that's also on the website, as well as our email, curlys242@gmail.com, or info@curlysbeachresort.com, or reservations@curlysbeachresort.com.
Okay.
Yes.
So let me tell you, old people, I'm talking to you all now. What you have to do, this is what you have to do. You have to call your grandson. You know the one that you wouldn't stop taking care of, even though the boy refused to go to work? Perfect. Him. One thing he good at is waking the internet. You call him and you say, boy, take this phone and take me off the WhatsApp and log me into the Curly's. That's how the old people is talk with the internet, right?
All right.
And then when he go onto the Curly's, you tell him, tell Curly them, give me 3 days. because that's a good round number, right? And then take me over there. Once you get me the 3 days, take me to Western Adam and book my ticket. That should run you, I don't know, Rex them been doing strange things lately. We'll see, right? That'll take you around with $400. But for about $1,800, you could come here and you could dip your toe in this water. And I went today south. They tell me something about one Healing Pond.
Yes. One of the many beautiful treasures of Cat Island.
I told them, if I dip in this Healing Pond, I go on right by Curly's to wash this off. That's what I told
That's
them.
it.
Yeah, no, because this used to heal pirates. I'm not sure if it is heal regular people like me. But just in case, because, I believe if the old people say it, I believe it.
The first time I visited this property ever since we rebranded as Curly's Beach Resort, I came out here. This was my first time seeing a live conch. Right there on the show, I picked it up and I saw the conch inside. I was like, oh, wow, this is so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's really, truly amazing.
And for the people that say, oh, a beach is a beach is a beach is a beach is a beach, you have not seen this beach. I can tell you that. As a matter of fact, we're going to have to put you all in rouleurs in a bag and shake the bag, because I'm not going to be able to decide.
You got to keep us in our league. Top notch.
Well, we got to shake the bag, because I don't know. I don't know. What I get to do is I told spiritual advisor I'm going to give him a glass bottle to put some beach in and cover it up with a cover, and we can take the beach back with us when we go to Nassau. Right?
As a member.
And he can have some Kid Island Beach with him when he go. Best we could do. All right. So how far? You said 45 minutes away from the airport. I know that there's also an airport being built in the north. Right?
Yes.
So soon directly, you know how long that is?
No, I'm not sure, but I do know that they also have developments
is?
going on.
No. You got to answer the question. One question. Do you know how long soon directly is?
No.
Not long from now.
Not long from now.
Soon directly is not long from now. And you know how long that is?
Not long from now.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
All right.
So soon directly, we have an airport in the north too, which could be perfect.
It is.
Because once the airport reaches in the north, I tell you they're building it. They're putting the roof on, I think, when I passed there.
That's only about 10, 15 minutes.
That's 12 minutes maybe. And you could don't drive for 45 minutes. You could just tell them, hey, take me to the north airport. That way when I land, I can walk to Curly's almost.
There you go.
And it's a fantastic thing. So how many villas are there do you guys have again?
We currently offer 7 beachfront villas. 4 1-bedrooms and 3 2-bedrooms.
So that means like if you want to do a little, you know these churches have like woman getaway these days.
Yes.
You know when y'all having woman dawat loose or whatever it is y'all is be having in church? This is a wonderful place to come.
It is, whether it's a romantic getaway, whether it is for a workshop or a conference or just a meeting you want to have or a retreat. We offer that. Yeah.
Perfect retreat.
Perfect
retreat. And you could come out here. You could do, if you're into little yoga, you can come out here.
We offer massages as well.
Massage.
Yes. Right now we're doing it during special event weekend. So we had it during the Rake and Scrape Festival.
Okay.
We also had it during the Gumbe Festival weekend.
Okay.
And right now we're having it during Regatta weekend.
That's
and the massages are offered by Touch of Inspiration Spa. Miss Dorothy McDonald. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, that sounds fantastically well. What are the menu here like?
Listen, you like your belly full?
All the time.
And you like the food tasting good. All right, that's it there.
Okay.
Fresh snapper, fresh kung for kung
Yeah.
salad.
Somehow you know all the right things to say to me. Keep saying the right things.
Because you have to, once you experience Curly's, that's all the right things right in front of you.
Yeah, you're right. and are the drinks very drinky? I like my drinks to be very drinky.
Listen, our bartender, you see, you haven't went inside and sat down, but once you go inside and you sit with our bartender, what you say to him, he understands what you're thinking.
Yeah.
And so by the time that drink get in front of you,
Yeah.
you'll be like, well, you read my mind.
When I go inside, I can tell you what I got your bartender for. I can tell him, pour me a drink of wine that tastes like the wine that Christ make.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's see if he can pull that off.
That's the special one. That's the first miracle.
I can say, bartender, pour me a drink of wine that tastes just like the wine that Christ made. I can see how good he is.
All right.
Because you tell me all kind of fancy things for this bartender.
Put us to the test.
Okay. You
Put us to the
wait
test.
till I come up this air. I come in right in there to come see what y'all got.
Show
going
in
on.
early.
So you have the lounge area.
Yes.
You also have the upper deck.
Yes.
I know why these people didn't put me on the upper deck. 'Cause I hear you go on the upper deck if you like cognac and cigar. And
Yes,
I
yes.
happen to like, you may not believe this, I happen to like cognac and cigar. And I say, well, if cognac and cigar, what are I doing down here?
Exactly.
But they say, no, we have to do the show. So tell me a little bit about the upper deck. Tell me a little bit about the lounge area.
Yeah, so our lounge area also is the entranceway, so the lobby when you walk into the resort once you come up the stairs, and it also connects to our bar and restaurant. And right around the corner, say if you're someone that really doesn't like the hustle and bustle or being around too much, we have a little book nook area.
Okay.
Yes,
What it is, a book nook?
I like to call it the book nook area. It's
That
not an
sound
official
fancy.
name yet,
That sounds fancy.
but it's like an enclosed
I am
space.
certainly getting to the book nook. That just, I was sorry, I was at the book nook all day.
Yes,
That's
yes.
like a wonderful way to play busy doing that.
Yes, it's in the shade. It's
Yeah.
a nice little place you can sit down, whether you're taking a book or whether you're having a nice glass of something, or you just want to look out onto the rest of the property, onto the
So
ocean.
if you were in Kid Island, and you might have a little position so you could wake like remote,
Yes,
you could come to the book nook.
surely.
And if you take a nap, no one can say you ain't been to wake because you was waking remotely.
Exactly.
And when they ask you, what did you do all day, you could tell them, well, I went to the book nook and, I focused on the project.
Yes,
Who could check?
focus and peace.
Yeah.
That
they go
duality,
together. They
that
go
duality,
together.
yes,
They go
yeah.
together. I used to always just coming up with new things, just right on the spot like that. So if you live in Kid Island, right, and you want somewhere to come wake remote, come to the book nook
Yes.
and pour yourself a refresher. We won't call it liquor.
No, we have fruit punch. We have fresh lemonade.
No. It's wake stressful. You need a smoothing oftener. If you need a smoothing oftener, come by Curly's, right? Tell the bartender, I'm waking remotely.
Yes.
I'm gonna be at the book nook, but this wake is stressing me out. Pour me a smoothing oftener. Because you know what a smoothing oftener is for, eh?
Why you putting me on the spot?
I asked you a question. You don't know what a smoothing oftener is for?
I do.
You do? What is a smoothing oftener for?
The response you're about to tell me right now.
It is for smoothing things off.
There you go.
And so, you say to the bartender, could I have one smoothing oftener? And when he give you the smoothing oftener, you go by the book nook, and guess what? When the smoothing oftener smoothing you off, man, all you could do is wake after that.
Can't contact me. DND.
Oh, boy. So, anyway, we have Miss Danielle McDonald, Operations Manager, Project Manager, and daughter of
Yes.
Curly McDonald.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that. What exactly has gone into the project from where you are? What does it take to keep it running? And then, of course, what does it take to be Curly McDonald's daughter?
That's a loaded question.
Of course.
But surely a lot of hard work and dedication. My father has been in the hospitality industry for almost 40 years now, and I have seen him go through the Curly's at Cable Beach, the Curly's at Arawaki, and now presently Curly's Beach Resort. And it is a testament to his vision, his trust in God, as well as relying on his community, especially the locals and natives here, people who he went to school with, and they have their own businesses, and working with the community and everyone, and just leveraging your network as well. And truly just not losing sight. This industry is not easy.
I can tell.
Doing business in the Bahamas is not easy as well. And so, it takes a lot of grit and ambition for someone to show up every day. Most people who have visited either location has seen or met my dad welcoming them at the door.
Right.
And so to make sure that you are at the forefront and center and, keep going and making sure that what it is that you want to deliver, your vision and your goal doesn't get subsided by all of the other noise happening.
Yeah, the pressure.
Yes. So it's truly an honor to be my father's daughter, his youngest daughter.
Who's the baby?
I am.
Oh, wow.
It is.
How could I not tell?
I'm definitely a daddy's girl for
Okay.
sure. Most people will tell you that.
Sure.
And people say, "Oh yes, you remind me of your father very
Yeah.
much." So
Yeah.
yes.
Do you have the je ne sais quoi?
Je ne sais quoi.
You have it?
Oui, bien sûr.
Oh wow. See
Je parle
that?
français aussi.
Matter of fact, you sound like you have too much.
You can never have too much. Everything is useful.
Oh
and
wow,
result,
that's
so.
absolutely fun. So okay, so let's just say I'm at Curly's. I'm here for a weekend stay. What do you recommend? Do you recommend lazing out on the beach all day? Do you recommend laying in the room all day? Do you recommend hanging out at the bar all day? Do you recommend intermittent stops at the book nook all day? Do you recommend cigar smoking at the upper loft all day? What exactly do you think is the thing that you would recommend if you had to recommend one thing about Curly's?
So my ideal weekend getaway here at Curly's Beach Resort, say I'm waking up, it's a Friday morning, you on island time, right? We get up early, you get dressed and you move around a little bit, but you don't do too much.
Yeah.
Because, it's people pass by and whatnot. So you get up, you have you a lovely breakfast, stew conch, stew fish. You make your calls. If you want to go and explore the rest of the island or connect with locals, you can definitely do that after breakfast. And then when you come back, you can have a nice midday swim.
A little dip.
Because the sun don't play.
Yeah. The sun here, this is Kid Island sun.
This is the Cat Island sun.
I guess the only way I could explain it.
Yes, and so you can dip out here, and then once you freshen up and you're ready for a night out, we usually have live music and karaoke on Fridays night here, and as well as we're doing it this Friday, August 1st at 8 p.m.
I gotta come see that.
Yes, and it's featuring the one-man band, J Love.
Okay.
And so we got to hear voices singing. Everyone's gathered around for dinner and for drinks. We also offer different games. We have backgammon. You could slam dominoes, but I don't know if you're ready to slam dominoes.
I could
don't
slam
look like
domino like
dominoes.
you never see anybody slam a domino before.
Oh, okay.
I's a big time.
You ever been
slammer.
against Cat Island competition?
I want you to tie 5 of them together and bring them, and let's see what you come up with.
All right.
I look like I afraid to you?
No.
I could tell you I'm not afraid. I could tell you I'm not
There
afraid.
you go.
Find me the 5 best fellas you got, tie them together and bring them.
Fair has no future with you.
I could tell you that.
All right.
Yeah.
But yes, and at the end of the day, liaising with the other residents here at the resort, and just beautiful views.
Yeah.
By that time you look, the day is over.
It's time to go back to the
and you're
airport.
satisfied.
Yeah.
You're satisfied.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
It's actually interesting because when I think about what was, I've said this several times this week because there is a consistent thread, and I think Curly's has actually broken that. I've said to the spiritual advisor as he has traversed with me along the Kid Island roadways that if you look at Kid Island from the roadway, there may be a consideration that there's nothing to see. But they nestle these jewels deep down in the bush.
Yeah, you can't see it from the road.
You can't see it from the road. Once you get about 6 driving minutes through the bush, though,
Yes.
you see,
Got your
just
destination.
glorious, pristine, unparalleled, almost unimaginable beauty and splendor, right? Curly's, on the other hand. Or
Meet you at the front door.
Oh, Curly at the roadside. You could see them. The only thing, listen to me, this is fantastic. I tell you, you can't not see it.
It's a sight for sore eyes.
In
driving on that road.
And as somebody that has done Kid Island so many times, right? When I first approached Curly's, they can tell you, the production team was with me. I said, well, what is this? I said, this Curly.
Yes.
And then, of course, we were quickened. We came inside, and we
And who
thought-
were you greeted by?
We thought I don't remember his name. There was a gentleman who says, "Hey, welcome to Curly's." I said, "Well, hey, Curly's, welcome to Freedom March." And so we thought that the front was adorable. And then, we moseyed along the property, right? Because I from Engliston, ain't much things that scared me. And I moseyed along the property, and I said to spiritual advisor, "Man, you got to come see this." It was right at the setting of the sun, which kind of happens to set somewhere right over
here.
there.
Yes.
Right? And I was like, that right there is... I've lived in places like Missouri, right? And I know
Okay.
for the people that have probably lived in London and those kind of places, it's similar. I've lived in places where you ain't see no sun in 6 days.
For days, yes.
I ain't see the sun one time in
And it's
6
during summer too sometimes.
I can tell you that. I lived in Missouri one time where it rained nonstop for 10 days.
Oh, wow.
So if you happen to live in those places where you don't know what the sun looks like and it rains for 10 days, don't do that no more. The internet is real. You could hear us. Fly to Nassau. Spend 2 days there. When you finish with that, that's just for you to rest. Fly to Kid Island. Come to Curly's, and you could watch the sunset right there. I think we've got a minute left in this segment. So any final words? Give me your communication contacts again, and how do we get to Curly's?
Yes, definitely. Come on down to Curly's Beach Resort, where paradise meets luxury and where we surely do it like that. You can contact us through our website, curlysbeachresort.com, or you can email us at info@curlysbeachresort.com, reservations@curlysbeachresort.com, and curlys242@gmail.com.
All right. And if that don't work for you, fly to the New Bight Airport. And you just turn your car right. And we can give them some vehement directions. And you keep driving straight until you hit Bennett Harbor curve. Don't drive straight there. You're turning on that curve. That's the
Yeah,
curve.
you turn on that curve.
But once you hit that curve, you go straight again.
Yes, yes.
And when you go straight, Curly's will be in the front of you at some point. You can't miss it. You know that's the best way to get vehement directions. You got to end all vehement directions by saying
you can't miss it.
And you will be at the Curly's Resort. Anyway, I think I hear the jingle. You're listening to us here on Freedom March. No, not the jingle yet. What is that?
Well, I do have an announcement.
You have
If
an
you
announcement.
do happen to already be in Cat Island and you finally catch one of the flights on Western Air coming in this weekend, please join us for karaoke and live music this Friday at 8 p.m.
At 8 p.m.
Yes, yes.
I could come, but you have to give me something to do with my palate. My voice is doing something better with my palate.
Oh, that's not a problem.
Okay, cool.
That's not a problem.
All right, I think I hear the jingle now. Anyway,
All
this
right.
is Freedom March. I'm David Miller. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. 103.5. I can see Curly them giving me one free something for one of my people on the show. I can find out. Before the show over, Curly them giving me something. Don't move, though. We've got more surprises left on the next side of Freedom March. We'll be back after this. Hello. Welcome back to Freedom March. Thank you for staying with us. My goodness, I think the wind cut off. I think I think she must have taken it with her. I'm not exactly sure. But we've got some birthday shout-outs, so let's go to the birthday shout-outs really quick. This says, Donette Sands. Happy belated birthday to Donette Sands from her mother, Donna Moxie, her family, especially Charlotte, O'Shea, and Oscar, and it was on Saturday the 26th. Then there is this Gregonique? Gregonique Cooper. Happy birthday to Dr. Gregonique Cooper from all of your family, friends, and especially your sister, Tika, who loves you loads. Then Marva Sawyer. Happy birthday, blessings. Our wish for Miss Marva Sawyer. Best wishes to you this and every year. Love you, your family, and friends. And then, of course, there is an anniversary shout out to the Woodsides. Happy 48th anniversary to Bradley and Everett Woodside. I don't know who is it from. And then there are the Culmers. Happy 48th anniversary to Mr. and Mrs. Sherman Culmer from their kids, grandkids, and all of the rest of the family and people from Palmetto Point Eleuthera. Enjoy your special day. And then there is the Sawyers. Happy 49th. I should play 48, 49. This is a lot of 48s and 49s. Happy 49th wedding anniversary to Mr. Dudley Sawyer and Mrs. Marva Sawyer. We love you from your children, Eric, Angelique, Michelle. God bless you both and have a great day. And then this also says, happiest birthday to Inga Morris. She is one of the faithful woman. Wow. Inga Morris, happy birthday from your new leader of the woman them. Inga, wherever you are today, may your face glow with radiant light. May your aura fill every room. And may your day be filled with joy and happiness. And that is from us here at Freedom March. And then, of course, there's Dylan Grace Jones. Dylan Grace Jones is 12 years old, and her family, her Grammy, and all of those people that love her want to say a very special happy birthday to her. And then, last but not least, there is Leonardo Lightburn. He is the Member of Parliament for North Andros and the Berry Island, and he is celebrating a birthday today. And so we want to say a very special happy birthday to the Member of Parliament for North Andros and the Berry Island, Leo Lightburn, who is celebrating his birthday today. And I want to, on my own behalf, say a special happy birthday to him, not just from Freedom March, but from the Bubble family. That is secret language. And so we will meet at the Bubble at some point, like not today, because I in Kid Island and I'm not leaving. I'm not sure if I'm ever coming back. But whenever I do come back, we shall get together at Place X, and we should have ourselves some chairs whenever I return. So happy birthday to Leo Lightburn, the Member of Parliament for North Andros and the Berry Island. I hope that you have good fun and joy and laughter and happiness, and that your heart finds all of the fulfillment that you desire. And so I think that's everybody on the happy birthday list. I'm now joined, we're not in studio, live on location from Curies Beach Resort by my very special guest and friend to Freedom March. You know him, I know him, the world knows him. He is the Honorable Minister of National Security and friend again of Freedom March, Minister Wayne Monroe. Minister, welcome again to Freedom March.
Thank you, Levan.
So, I tell the people that Cat Island beaches have been absolutely magnificent. I tell the people that right now I'm in a battle in my mind between the Rolairs Beach and the Curly's Beach Resorts Beach as the two best beaches on the planet. I've told the people that Curly's has built a wonderful, glorious, and quite resplendent facility here in Bennett's Harbor. And then I met Wayne Monroe here. And so I just want to let you tell the people if I lie on Curly's or not.
Well, if you talk about the Bahamas, I'll take you down to the Dunkertown. Right?
Oh, Jesus, not another one of these. The people them just tell me yesterday, say, don't talk with no beach till you come to Exuma. Now you come right here and tell me, now I got to go to Ragged. You see this?
No. See, Exuma is there, but
Yeah.
when you come a little down, it gets a little better.
Oh, boy.
But you know, Dr. Menace in the house say we shouldn't let McDonald's come to the family island.
He did say that.
And here this McDonald's.
Yeah, we have a McDonald's in the family island. He's doing fantastic things.
And it's Curly's.
It is Curly McDonald's. And I tell them, Minister, you know, at this rate, I might not never make it back to the studio because if everybody want me to come see their beach, by the time I see all the beach in the Bahamas, it should be 2026.
Yeah, but I was looking at the beach, Levi. When I was walking back there, first thing I meet is Love Vine.
Love Vine.
You didn't see it?
I think I may have seen the Love Vine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
What
then
else was there?
I see little Jess Madak,
Jess Madak.
and I see some strong back.
Some strong back was there.
So you could.
I have to ask now.
Just see.
I have to ask. You say Love Vine was there.
Yeah.
You say
Jess Madak.
Jess Madak was there. You say Strong Back was
Yeah.
there. But now I have to ask, was there any stiff cock?
See, you ain't slick like that. You ain't gonna get me like
I
that.
just have to ask. I have to ask.
You ain't got me like that. So, and you know, the villas here, they come, but look like I only drop my stuff, but I see fridge. So I think stove there too.
Right.
So if you go
And you're the island boy.
Yeah. So if you go walk in the bush, you could get your Love Vine,
Yeah.
your Jasmine Dark,
Right.
your Strong Back, if
Right.
any of that other stuff.
Yeah.
You could get that too.
Well, yeah.
And then
At
you-
some point.
And then you could boil it all up.
Yeah. And then you'll have a really, 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 really good steak.
Yeah.
At Curly's.
And that's the difference between, as I have been to resorts, that's the difference between staying to a foreign chain resort
Right.
and a resort developed by
The
a
locals.
local.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't clear all of this local
The vegetation. Let's talk about that a little bit, Minister. So we know that on Kid Island there are several foreign ran developments. We're very grateful for them. They do for the economy what they do. They add to the economy what they add. But what does seeing the Fountain Bays, the Rolezes, the Curlies, what does seeing these kinds of development come out of the ground not just do for the economy but for the psychology of the place?
Well, let's start with this. I'm very comfortable spending money at Curly's because I know him.
Yeah, I feel similarly.
And because I know him, I know there will be nothing untoward that he would possibly be seeking to do to anybody.
Sure.
Not that the foreign folk will do anything untoward, but I know him.
Right.
And if I have to give my money to somebody, I prefer to give it to somebody I know.
Yeah, I have a theory.
And so all of this local development,
Yeah.
you support yourself.
I have a theory, right? You want to hear my theory?
Go ahead.
I like to spend my money with fellas I could borrow my money back from.
There you go.
Yeah, I like to spend my money with fellas who, when the tide get a little low, I could ask them to borrow $500 because I know I just spent $600.
Or at least they buy you a drink.
Correct. That is actually a theory I have in my life.
Or lend you a cigar.
And sometimes that's all you really need to make it to tomorrow.
Yeah.
So you know, you like me, I'm not like a very avid beach attending person. I might get in that beach because it looks so enchanting and unavoidable. But for people that aren't beachy people, right? Because some people will say, "Oh, y'all keep talking about these beaches. I don't like the beach." What would somebody, a modern person with active social life, what do you think Curly's offers that person?
It would depend on what you're looking for, because a lot of the places like this are home base.
Right.
So, for instance, you may not be into the beach, you may be into fishing.
Sure.
And you go down, you get on the boat to go fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could be a naturalist. I've been sitting there, I watch a bird come land and take off. I don't know what bird that is, but there are some people who that's their thing.
Sure.
They go in the bush to look at birds.
Sure.
And there are some people who go in the bush to look at plants. In certain seasons, some of them are bearing.
Right.
And then you just have some people who like to talk to people.
Sure.
And you'll go deal with that. Personally, I went into Arthurstown to check out the police station.
Right.
Because I figure if you build an airport,
Police station got to be next.
because y'all people from Nassau are coming here.
I told them yesterday, Minister, when I spoke to the ASP Dixon, I told them Arthurstown police station is possibly the smallest one in the Bahamas. I told Pookie, I sent Pookie them my firm warning. I said, Pookie, we may have to fold you in half to get you in there. So don't come and cause none of that stuff you discuss. Otherwise than that, the Cat Island Police, who are very well resourced and who have had a beefing up in manpower, stand ready. This was ASP Dixon's slogan, to police, and he wanted them to know that law and order was the order of the day. And so I told them, you see that police station there? It's a very tiny one. That means no matter how big you is, we have to fit you into that police station. And so I'm very happy that you mentioned that.
Well, it's also to make it convenient, because if you happen to be stupid enough to come here to get locked up, because Cat Island people don't usually do anything to get locked up, then they'll have to transport you, handcuff and everything, for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And so as islands develop and driving, I can tell you, I came here in 2016, 2017 to campaign with the current Prime Minister.
Yeah.
And you see a whole lot of changes.
Yes.
When I landed at the airport, you see a lot of work being done at the airport.
Yes.
Drive over the road, you see a lot of paving going on.
Right.
The building out at the airport at Atherstown.
Right.
A lot of development along the roadway, including Curies.
Right.
It wasn't here when I came in 2016, 2017.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have to prepare for little eventualities as there is progress.
Right.
And so that is something we have to look at.
So are you considering a site change? Because, I mean, that's a small piece of land that small piece of police station on.
And it's also, it appears to be an historic building.
It appears to be historic.
So if Pookie them get locked up,
at least they make history.
they might be
Then
that cell might hold a pirate.
Yeah.
And it has just as much creature comforts as back in 1600.
And when we write the new handbook for the Bahamas 100 years from today, who knows? Just like how we've documented Edward Teach's time there, we will document your time there, Pookie, you tall boy, blacks and platyped, and we will make sure that we write that into the annals of history. So who knows? If you want to be historic, the minister, none less than the Minister of National Security, is here. That lets you know the seriousness of the police and their mandate towards security here. The man, don't come here. Leave your badness, Porter's Key. Get on the boat today, but leave your badness, Porter's Key. And I recommend that when you return to Nassau, don't pick your badness back up either. Come, let the beach on Cat Island cool off your passion, like the old people say. And once your passion is cool, you just go back to Nassau with a new, invigorated lease on life, and you start a new direction, and you start taking on a new trend and a new way of life. And who knows, that maybe that'll turn out so fantastically that you never have to go back to the life that you had led before. Now, Minister, while you're here, I note that there are several things happening around the place. But I also note that there are several other, like, regattas and that sort of stuff that's happening around the country. Acklands is having something. Albeit
Rollville as well, eh?
Rollville is having something. Black Point is having something. Cat Island is having something. I cannot say that I haven't seen, because I have seen that the commissioner, none less than the commissioner of police, has said we need more manpower. How are we responding with the uptick in the economy, with the growth in festivities, with the growth in the population of festival sizes, etc.? How are you and the commissioner of police working together to combat this whole issue of shortfalls in manpower?
Well, Cat Island is an example. Sure. Like you say, I came to look at the station in Atherstown. Mm-hmm. I think in a week or so, the commission and I will be taking a tour of some of the lockups in the southern Bahamas. Mm-hmm. And as you have development, you have to have the potential service there. The police aren't only there to lock people up. Mm-hmm. Let's be clear about that. The police are part of the community. The police are there as much to keep you on the straight and narrow as to lock you up when you get off it.
Right.
And so you have this deficiency of manpower that is accounted for when you have attrition and people aren't replaced. That's one reason for it.
Sure.
And then as you have expansion for the needs of services. And let's be frank, the other fellas didn't recruit as aggressively as we're recruiting.
Sure.
So we continue to aggressively recruit. The police are getting into more and more areas in terms of exploiting technology, in terms of as simple as having to be more aggressive with the jet ski operators. You have to put police to address that, where it might not have been done before.
Right.
And so you have a limit of persons who can be in the training college at one time. There's a training college in New Providence, a training college in Grand Bahama. And then, of course, you would know, having gone through training yourself, you just can't throw 100 people down and 2 people to train them.
Correct. Training, you need a complement.
You need a proper complement of training officers.
Right.
And so we are, as it were, sprinting to catch up.
Okay.
And so I've succeeded in persuading the Minister of Finance, and it was an easy job to persuade him that we need to recruit.
Okay.
Because it serves 2 purposes. It enlarges the police force, and it's very good when you go to passing out to see the pride on these young people's faces who are now police officers and their families.
Sure.
And so it serves multiple purposes.
Yeah.
And we've been successful in getting the budget to recruit, and we continue to get the budget to recruit. We have squads in now. I think it's either 33 additional firefighters. And when they come out immediately, the recruitment cycle starts again for them to go right back in again.
Okay. So Minister, here's something I want to also lend to your consideration. There was a time when I went to a place called Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. I think you and I should go down there because I think there are many things I learned while I lived aboard, well, not aboard, but while I lived at that Army base, that just functioned in a way that I think makes sense. And what I found there, because I went to CID school, right, was a lot of their training was done by outsourced labor. So what would happen is they would have a lot of former E6s, former E8s, former warrant officers who basically ran training, because you're talking about guys that had done the time, had the experience, and they had no other purpose in the Army except for to train, which then allowed training to be so much more frequent and not draw from the already strained complement of people, because these people were actually contracted. You know, they knew the doctrine, they knew the policy, they knew the fitness levels and fitness standards, etc., etc. And I think they provided, I haven't checked on it in a while, but I think they provided quite a bit of relief to the Army's manpower in that district by having the ability to call on those former servicemen. And even some of those persons like myself. Like, I left the service, believe it or not, 11 years ago. I'm still a fairly young man. I still know a whole lot of the doctrine. You know, there's the possibility that if something existed like what I saw in Missouri, you may be able to reach for some people that have left with the same institutional knowledge that you've talked about, who may not be able to apply it to their departmental or apply it at a departmental level, but you can get them as certified training instructors who then augur your training department and help to churn out Marines, police officers, customs officers, defense force officers in a more timely fashion. What do you think about that?
Well, that is available to the current commands of the defense force and the police force. Who you don't need to privately contract them. You can bring them in as reservists. Reservists have no set 9 to 5. They're just subject to scheduling for a specified period of time, a month.
Sure.
That's available to both the defense force and the police force. Currently, corrections does not have reserves, but the corrections problem with manpower is a different problem with manpower. Corrections problem with manpower is
you all keep adding to the count.
No, the problem with corrections is a lot of people think they could take the current prison we have, and then they get in, they find they can't take it.
Okay.
Because we continue to try to tell people, you might laugh and say prison should be harsh for the inmates.
Yeah, but
it's also harsh for the people who are working there.
Right.
And so we have a fairly high attrition rate
Okay.
of young persons. I think that they have the highest attrition rate. There was one year when I think we recruited 80 persons and we lost 90 people to attrition.
Right, because in order to guard a prison, you have to go to prison.
And be there.
Yeah.
Now the new facility is a little better. It's not so much key turning as it is button pushing. And the conditions would hopefully augur to more retention than we're able to have in the current facility. But all of them have this availability of reservists. They're having a little battle over doing the same thing for corrections. And I'll just leave it at that so it wouldn't be airing your dirty laundry in public.
Sure, no problem. So, okay. What are we doing to cool attrition, though? I mean, are there any incentivization, programs in the short view of you as the minister, possibly that you've discussed with any of your commanders, to cool attrition?
I know in the prison we have consulted on giving an allowance for the people who work in maximum security, because that is really the harshest housing unit. Insofar as the police force is concerned, some of the attrition comes from disciplinary matters.